Good afternoon, Whitby Presbyterian Church, and may I say, Merry almost Christmas? We're in the last week of Advent, and I'm really thankful that you've been able to walk this path with me. Advent is such a beautiful time to wait, and we just don't have much time in our life to wait and sit in that waiting reality. But friends, our waiting is almost come to an end, because this week, on Friday, that would be tomorrow, we're going to celebrate Christmas Eve, and that's going to be great. 7 o'clock is our service. All are welcome. All will be masked. Everyone at least 2 and up will be masked, but children are welcome, and actually we'll get a little bit of a fun surprise, which will be great. And yeah, we're going to have candles, we're going to have songs, we're going to have scripture readings. It's going to be great. That's at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, let me give you also one other update about life, really. Contingency for bad weather. Because if you have seen the weather report, you might realize that there is a chance of some amount of snow, of some unknown quantity. And several of you have asked me, what happens when we have snow? Will we have church, etc.? Well, I want you to know, first off, we now have the infrastructure in place to do worship from afar, distanced worship. I don't know if you've noticed that, but you can now worship with us online. Pretty cool. So we will have worship on Sunday. It may be best for you personally to stay home. I don't know, but it is available online. You can just follow the link in the weekly email to join us online. It is our Lessons and Carols service. I really hope we're all able to be there to sing and to hear some scripture reading. It's going to be great. However, I want you to be smart about it. We don't have anyone to plow our parking lot, so that's something you should know. We will be, not regardless of how much snow, if there's no snow, we're not going to do this, but if there is snow, we will be scattering ice melt onto the sidewalk, but that doesn't guarantee 100% safety. My intention right now, actually it's Pat's intention, that if there is a whole lot of snow, to pick me up. She has 4-wheel drive. She's from Buffalo. She should be okay to drive, so she may be picking me up because my little Honda Civic may not do so well in the snow. But yeah, so we will have worship. It may be best for you personally to do so from home. That's a decision for you to make. Of course, if there's tons and tons and tons of snow, I'm probably going to be at home, and so there are ways that we can go about getting worship live streamed from my home. There's just a little bit of workaround to do. So 1 out of 1,000, there might not be a service online, but I would say 999 of 1,000, there's going to be a service, and I hope to be in the sanctuary. That 1 out of 1,000 where there isn't worship online, that would be because there's no power. Which, as you know, is a real issue. It's actually probably a bigger issue here on Whidbey Island than the snow. I'm babbling a bit about weather, but I want you to know I want you to be safe. And if that means you should stay home and worship from home, that is great. My number 1 priority is your safety. My number 2 priority is making sure that there is worship available in whatever way that looks like. So in this case, it may be from home, and that's great. Now, I want to share with you a little bit of scripture, sort of a teaser of sorts. This is some familiar words to you. Familiar words. I should have opened it up, but I did not already do that. Familiar words. In those days, a decree went out from Emperor Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration and was taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. All went to their own towns to be registered. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house and family of David. He went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. Friends, we get to talk more about that child tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. But until then, peace be with you and happy rest of your Advent.